The upcoming WBO lightweight title fight between Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barbosa Jr., scheduled for Friday, May 2nd, is going to give us an insight to both fighters, actually an X-ray view of who is for real and who is for play. Let's talk about this matchup on the Fatal Fury card in New York. The upcoming Fatal Fury card, scheduled for Friday, May 2nd from Times Square, will feature an array of 3 matches, and one in particular that we're talking about in this video, Lopez versus Barbosa for the WBO lightweight title. The intrigue for this particular matchup is because it hails contrast in the most strict of terms when you talk about one fighter's abilities and one fighter's assets. These two men are scheduled to face one another. The contrasting aspects of both men could be seeing them headed in opposite directions, and I'll explain why I say that. In the case of these men coming together for this promotion, Lopez, who is a 2-time world champion, looks at Barbosa as someone who is not necessarily in his league. But Lopez had advantages through his promotional career, as well as the matchups that he has faced that have put him in favorable positions, even receiving decisions that should not necessarily have gone his way. Barbosa, who has fought more fights, but yet hasn't had the opportunities until recent that have allowed him to show exactly who he is as a fighter. And now we're seeing them come together, and the arrogance that Lopez presents even showed up in the pressers, with Lopez mocking Barbosa, sunning him, and even going after him. But it was Barbosa's most recent fight that made the boxing world really take note, because he was able to go over to the UK to face Jack Catterall and won a split decision coming out of Catterall's country and backyard. That opened eyes to Barbosa, because not only did he perform physically but psychologically, being in a hostile environment and able to take a victory away from a popular fighter domestically. Lopez, who had a close fight against George Kambosos, also ran into a situation where he wasn't able to do the same, but he still has the experience of favor, which goes far in the sport of boxing. But I do believe that the talents that Barbosa Jr. brings, he can outbox T.O., but his slow footwork and T.O.'s athleticism could provide issues for him. But I do believe his mentality and his approach to the sport and how he goes about his business could be a different factor. But athletically, Teofimo could present so many problems for Barbosa, and T.O. will play off of his own confidence. If he's having success against Barbosa Jr. and he's able to do some things that disrupts Barbosa, he can gain confidence off of that. But he is not a truly confident fighter. And that's what I talk about when I talk about the contrasting of the two men. Overall, it's a 50-50 fight, but I'll give the slight edge to T.O. on his athleticism. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know who you've got. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.